Why is it that only women flirt with me? In the last year or so I've been bombarded by women flirting and/or asking me out. I'm married late 30s and in the last 20 years I can't tell you the last time a male flirted or anything. My husband says it's due to my RBF. That it scares men off. It's happened multiple times the last couple of weeks. At a water park with my kids. Filling up my husband's jacked up diesel truck. At a doctor's office and getting groceries. Let me go ahead and add that I don't necessarily want to be flirted with, just curious why it's always women. Men have to put themselves in a fairly vulnerable position to flirt with a lady. Especially at the workplace. That being said, I as a guy will jokingly flirt with guys because I'm not worried about any consequences. If it helps any, I'm a married guy with RBF and have only had guys hit on me. It's simply not worth the risk for most men. I know I'm a stranger. I know women generally feel threatened by strangers who are men. It'd be risking getting told I'm a creep. Causing a scene. Kicked out of wherever we are. All of that can unfold just because she feels unsafe. Regardless of whether or not I've done anything to make her feel unsafe. Miscommunications happen all the time, and when one party feels like this is a high-risk encounter, from the jump the amount of miscommunication is only going to increase. It's not worth stressing her out. It's not worth stressing me out. What's RBF? I've seen several posts lately by women asking similar questions. Why don't I get approached by men? Maybe it's because men are paying attention to the overall societal shift that's happening, that is, telling them it is not okay to talk to women they don't know. Unless it's in a bar or otherwise accepted pickup zone. I'm assuming you don't wear your wedding ring on a normal basis. Anecdotal here, but something I've noticed: lesbians and bisexual women seem to be more comfortable approaching married women. It's always seemed very disrespectful to me. Men have mostly now learned being told to just not approach women at all in most scenarios. Do you drive a Subaru? Gay guys also love me. I would have had a much more active sexual life were I gay or bi. I think I emanate those daddy bear vibes. Maybe you have a dominant butch aura. Men haven't hit on you. I got you, boo. My face departs in 5 on it. Roses are red, violets are blue. If Pokemon were real, I'd choose you. Hi. I'm an astronaut. And my next mission is to explore Uranus. If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine. RBF definitely says don't fuck with me. My wife is cheerful and smiley. She gets interactions all the time that I, with my male RBF, don't get. I am 39M and only men flirt with me. In a couple of cases they straight out offered BJS. Wanna swap? I was literally about to ask what RBF was until I saw my own reflection in my phone looking at me. Men are shit scared to talk to women anymore. There's no line between being friendly, being flirtatious, or being a creep. IDK. Guess the times they are a-changing. Glad that men respect the fact that you're married. Women on the other hand are generally considered okay to befriend a married woman. So I'm just gonna guess that you're obviously off limits. How's it obvious? I don't know. Demeanor maybe. Because in today's world every man who finds you attractive has had a lifetime of conditioning against approaching you. He could face extreme disgust, mockery, or even criminal charges for trying to shoot his shot. So why bother? Women generally disagree with that sentiment, but it's not going to change the reality we live in. There is kind of a mommy fetish trend going on with young adults at the moment. I've had increased attention from younger people. I'm 34. No idea why it's only women for you though. We'd probs have to see a picture to understand why. Maybe you're a gay 10. Do you have a short man's style haircut? Weight always plays into it for me. When I'm slightly heavier, women. When I get skinnier, men. Girl, I wish I knew why it's always the straight girls that get hit on by women. Pensive face, heartbreak. I'm so happy I'm married and not interested in flirting with people who aren't my wife. This all reminds me of how exhausting being single was. Op is pulling up in a flannel shirt, short hair and Birkenstocks with socks, asking where the men at. Could be RBF. Could be that men think you're below above their league. Could be they assume you're taken. Could be they're afraid of repercussions like being accused of being creepy. I've heard that women have their guards down around women more often than around men. Which is why men have to work harder to put women at ease. There's a lot of reasons why men wouldn't flirt with a woman, ranging from intimidation to too much effort, to fear of slander. Looking mean doesn't help either. So pick your poison. Because man needs to risk sexual harassment lawsuit. There's more social stigma against men approaching women like that. So most try to be respectful. I guess. Maybe they even notice wedding rings more than queer women do. Or at least care if they do notice them. Lots of queer women are just big flirts, tbh. And whether it's okay or not, this behavior isn't broadly seen as predatory or problematic for women. They can absolutely be guilty of crossing boundaries or being gross about it though. Could be because women feel like if you're married but you get with the girl, it's not really cheating. I know that's crazy, but some people do think like that. And I hate to say this, but you may be more appealing to those types. Straight guys have a very specific way of looking at women, and you just may not hit any of those boxes. To women interested in women, maybe you're 7-10. To the guys interested in girls, maybe you're like a 3 or something. A married woman asking why men don't flirt with her. Maybe it's because of your ring on your finger. As for why women flirt with you, maybe it's because they are more brazen. You're driving a huge diesel truck and wondering why women hit on you. What in the hell is a RBF? I generally get flirted with by older men and inappropriately young women. Between the two, I'd pick the young women. Older men are creepy when they flirt. You are married and wondering why men don't flirt with you. All of the guys in this comment section trying to justify fear of rejection kind of scare me, tbh. Rip your inbox, LMAO. This post is going to be referenced in somebody's paper on declining birth rates in the US. Braggart. RBF. Till RBF is a thing. Kinda. I've always had a default sad face muscle configuration. Fancy there's a term for this thing. Do you expect men to flirt with you when they've been told for decades now to not flirt with women? Figuratively, not literally. I get hit on by women a whole lot more than by men. I think with the way society has turned, it's more likely these days that a man will be accused of sexual harassment over a woman for hitting on someone. Of the men that do hit in me, it's usually the ones that give you the creepy vibes. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. Do you look sort of butch? How do you dress? Short hair? Maybe that is why women are flirting with you. Are you giving off lesbian vibes?